For many people, meditation is just sitting still and hoping nothing happens or no thoughts happen. Or it may be they just sit still and hoping something does happen. And so this is a misunderstanding of really what meditation is and also how your mind is working. For many people, when you try to understand the mind, it becomes restless, it becomes challenging, and it becomes frustrating. And many times people start to meditate and they just let it drop off, or they feel like, I'm not getting this, nothing's really going on, I don't feel really a change. But in reality, when one does understand the nature of the mind, the meditation process becomes much more rewarding and easier. And so there's a journey that we all go through the mind. It's like a discovery. It's like when you discover your body for the first time, you start to try to use it, or in sports or athletics, or maybe in yoga postures, you start to have a new relationship to even how the body feels, how the body moves. It's the same way with the mind. What's going on with this mind? What's happening? Why is it causing you sometimes distress, anxiety, depression, frustration? Well, we don't really understand how to use the mind. We never were given an instruction booklet for this is your mind, here's what you do with it. There's no manual for many people for the mind. For many people, the mind is just a random, scattered, moving thing that brings up issues and conversations and frustrations and emotional content, and sometimes just a sense that I just want to figure things out. And so to really understand your nature and to understand what the mind is truly doing is to actually have to have a plan. And the way that we plan for the journey of the mind is to have an understanding of when we sit and we try to encounter ourselves through meditation, that certain things are going to arise. Certain feelings will come up. It's almost like you're trying to do something you really have never done before, because for many people, you have not. For many people, they still identify the nature of themselves, their identity, with the mind, that they can't really step outside of that box you get trapped in. To understand the mind and understand how to manage your mind so it doesn't become a source of anxiety, frustration, irritation, aggravation, disappointment, you almost have to step outside and look down upon it. You have to be an observer. You have to have witnessing consciousness so that you can say, yes, that's me sitting there meditating. That's my mind doing what my mind does, but I am not that mind. The mind is transient. The mind is ever changing. Your true identity is constant and eternal. And to understand that about yourself and the nature of what the mind is doing, we have to practice. We have to practice. Now, you can practice not too well. That's just to sit here every day for 10 minutes, hope something happens. You can try little techniques like I'll chant or I'll do my breath or whatever we do to try to meditate. But the real success in meditation only arises when you finally come to this understanding of that sense of identity you have that's beyond the ever-changing nature of the mind. And we do that by maintaining a sense of non-reactivity to whatever arises, our thoughts, our challenges, whatever comes up, we just observe. We don't judge. We don't try to fix. We just watch. We watch with compassion. We watch with a sense of gratitude. We watch with this understanding that we are more than what we're currently thinking, that we are actually an eternal living soul. So when you want to meditate, when you want to use meditation to rise above the frustrations, the anxieties, the challenges of everyday life, you first have to understand there's a part of you that you may not have ever encountered for many people. And that part of you is called the neutral mind, the mind that just waits, the mind that observes, the mind that holds the space for you to be in. It's a time in meditation when there's not a tendency to have to do something or be something or go something or do something or solve something especially. Meditation is not problem solving. Meditation is realizing you're the problem. The mind is the problem. So to do that, we practice meditation in such a way it's a meaningful journey. We recognize the stages of meditation, how we change as the meditation changes. We watch, we wait, we observe, and we allow that neutral state of the mind to gradually, over time, assert itself by maintaining that position of the witnessing consciousness that meditation can give us. Otherwise, you are a slave to your mind. You're a slave to your mind, and you understand how to master the mind through the process of meditation. If you'd like to know more about this or learn more about it, there is a system for doing this. The yogis have mapped it out for hundreds of years. They know the tricks of the mind. They know what the mind is trying to do and how the mind escapes and doesn't allow us to really embrace its true nature. So, how do we do that? Come find out. Mind and meditation. How your mind works, what meditation has to do with that.